Have you ever been stuck in a bad relationship? You're giving your all, but it feels like your partner doesn't even care? Have you ever tried to impress your boss? Gone above and beyond, but got passed over for promotion anyways? Or maybe you've seen friends who seem to get lucky in life despite not working hard. If you felt overlooked, undervalued, or confused by unfair outcomes, you're not alone. It's a story as old as time. The good, the beautiful, the loudest, the seemingly unlucky often don't get what they deserve. It's a puzzle that's made many question the fairness of life. But here's where the brilliance of ancient wisdom meets modern perspective. Let's dissect this conundrum through the lens of the powerful and often misunderstood Machiavellian archetype. Welcome to our channel, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not familiar with the term Machiavellian, it might sound a bit intimidating. After all, it comes from the legendary Italian philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli, the same guy who wrote The Prince, a book that some consider to be the Bible of political science. Being Machiavellian means using the knowledge you have about the world and people to advance your interests. It's about applying sharp observation skills and having a plan. But it's not just about planning. It's about being adaptable and ready to adjust your strategy based on how things change. It's a mix of logic, common sense, and knowing how people work. It's basically being smart about your moves so you can stay safe and successful. Let's talk about this idea that nice guys often finish last. Does it actually hold true? Well, not always. There are plenty of exceptions, but there's some truth to it. Here's why. Being really nice can sometimes stop you from achieving your goals. You might agree to help people even if it's not convenient for you. You might avoid saying no even when you want to say yes to something else. And you might ignore problems because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But guess what? People often take advantage of your kindness. They might not appreciate what you do for them, and your needs might get pushed aside. That's why the Machiavellian approach is different. It's not about being unkind. It's about balance. It's understanding that helping others is important, but so is taking care of yourself. It's about being strategic, not selfish. In fact, if you look closely, you will find that the people who get ahead in life do want to do it by being weak or overly nice. They succeed by combining their strengths with a bit of strategic thinking. They know how to present themselves, stand up for themselves, and influence others. But it's not just about being smart or self-serving. It's about being in control. Think about a tightrope walker. They don't just focus on the challenges. They concentrate on staying balanced and focused on the next step. Similarly, the Machiavellian approach isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about actively managing them. It's about staying level-headed, while others might panic. Let's illustrate this with a simple example. Imagine you're about to buy a car. As you're discussing the terms with the salesperson, they suddenly interrupt you. Change the topic and try to distract you with unimportant details. Are you likely to feel respected? No. Do you feel inclined to trust them? Probably not. However, if the salesperson listens attentively to your questions, provides helpful answers, and offers useful insights, you're more likely to feel valued, right? More inclined to trust and do business with them. See? Everyone appreciates feeling heard and understood. It makes us more willing to cooperate. So if you want to be more persuasive and get what you want, try adopting the Machiavellian approach. Pay attention, ask insightful questions, and show that you genuinely care about the other person. By doing so, you'll earn their trust and increase your chances of achieving your goals. The key takeaway here is that life is complex. While being nice is often encouraged, it's not always the best strategy for success. Sometimes you need to focus on your own goals and interests. Knowing when and how to balance being nice with looking out for yourself is an essential skill. That's where the Machiavellian approach comes in. It's a reminder that life isn't always fair, and sometimes being overly nice can hold you back. By combining the best of both worlds, kindness and strategic thinking, you can navigate life's complexities more effectively. At its core, the Machiavellian mindset is built on 4 fundamental pillars that, and combined, form a powerful approach to life. Think of these pillars as the cornerstones of a building, each providing stability and strength to the structure as a whole. The first pillar is long-term strategic thinking. This is the foundation upon which the entire Machiavellian approach rests. Just as a general studies a map before engaging in battle, Machiavellian assesses their environment, understanding the terrain, resources, and potential threats before making any move. they develop strategies that extend beyond immediate actions. Considering the broader implications and potential consequences of their decisions, they're not just reactive, they're proactive, shaping events to align with their goals, rather than being swept away by the currents of circumstance. The second pillar is emotional self-mastery. Unlike the reactive emotional responses of the average person, the Machiavellian maintains control over their emotions. They understand that while emotions are powerful forces, they can also be detrimental if allowed to overrule reason and strategy. Therefore, they cultivate the ability to observe their emotions without immediately acting on them. This allows for clarity of thought, enabling them to make rational decisions that serve their long-term goals. The third pillar of the Machiavellian mindset is social manipulation. Now, this doesn't imply dishonesty or deception, but rather the ability to understand and influence the perceptions and behaviors of others. A Machiavellian recognizes that people are influenced by factors beyond logic and rationality. By understanding these dynamics, they can effectively persuade and lead, turning potential adversaries into allies and steering situations in their favor. It's about being able to read a room, understand motivations, and influence outcomes ethically. The fourth and final pillar is an unwavering focus on results. A Machiavellian doesn't get lost in the pursuit of ideals or principles. Their primary concern is the achievement of tangible results, no matter how controversial that might sound. They understand that sometimes difficult choices or unpopular actions are necessary to reach those results. For instance, in business, a Machiavellian CEO might make tough decisions like downsizing a workforce. Even if those decisions are initially met with resistance or negative emotions, they prioritize the long-term health and growth of the company over short-term sentiments. The focus on results, however, doesn't come at the cost of ethics. A Machiavellian isn't driven by selfish or harmful motives. Rather, they're results-oriented in the pursuit of their goals, whether those be personal, professional, or even political. These four pillars are interconnected and interdependent. Together, they form a robust framework that enables individuals to thrive in various environments. From the cutthroat world of high-stakes business to the complex realm of international diplomacy. But remember, just as a building can crumble if its foundations are weak, the Machiavellian approach loses its effectiveness when applied selectively. To truly harness this powerful mindset, you must integrate all four pillars into your approach to life. We hope this gives you a good overview of the fascinating world of Machiavellianism. If you found this content valuable, we invite you to explore more of our content. Subscribe to our channel and dive deeper into the world of powerful mindsets and strategies. Thanks for joining us on this journey to greatness. Till next time, always remember that the greatest victories are won not by brute force, but by strategy and calculated precision.